Hello and welcome back everybody to another video from your favourite Scottish creator, Susie. I want to bring a different kind of video and a different kind of let's play, should I say, and farming to the channel for a few weeks now. And I had been working behind the scenes on bringing some videos for a modded map, or my favourite modded map, to show you all and start a let's play upon that modded map. But the people of Farming Simulator, giant software, have just dropped a little bombshell on me. There's a new DLC that's been coming out, because this FS25 is just more or less brand new this year, and they've been working behind the scenes trying to bring all bits and bobs in the season year one pass, all updates to the game as they go along. And I think the final one for this year is this new DLC, which incorporates a new UK map, which they've never done before in the Farming Simulator. And the UK map is located none other than in Scotland. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to start off on this map and to play with yourselves and hopefully have a little let's play playing Farming Simulator with a different theme than what I was originally planning. But I'm sure all my current flight simulator viewers are not going to be too disheartened too much, but I'm sure you'll all agree that this is a too good an opportunity to pass me by. I mean, I've got to play this map, surely. I'm just taking a little look at my cows here. So I'm just walking around just my little farm at the moment. And if I've got any new viewers into farming watching my channel just now, I'm sure most of you all know about this map already, and you all know what bits and bobs we've got to do. But to all my current flight simulator people who has never seen any sort of content or any kind of things in Farming Simulator, this is mainly what we end up doing. Is we start off with 100k, which is the top right hand corner. You start off with a few different tractors and implements depending on what map you're going to start with. You'll start off with a few vehicles, a few bits and bobs, and you'll have your own land, and you'll have certain bits on that land that you can use. So because it's a brand new map, this is my first time playing it, but I've been watching a couple people in the trailers, should I say, of what is entailed. So it does look as though we've maybe got some sort of sheep in here. That little black sheep, look at them. Look, we'll need to put in some grass and things there. So this is part of our instruments here as well, which I'll take you around eventually. I don't want to walk around and bore you too much with this. But what I thought about doing before we go introducing what we do here in Farming Simulator, I thought I'll jump in this little car. I know I just brought it up here just a wee second ago. We'll jump in my car. We'll go down. We'll take a little journey down to the town, and I'll show you what it looks like down there. And then you can see that little guy that's standing there at my farmhouse. We'll go and talk to him in a wee second, because that will teach people that don't know anything about this game at all. That might teach you a little bit of what we end up doing, basically. So I'm just going to go down here past my cows. I don't want to go too much on the map, but I know there's a little town just down here, so we're just going to go down to this main road and we're just going to take a little right. I'm not going to be driving around, don't worry. Don't worry. And we're going to go down here just to have a wee peek at this little town, because this is something brand new that Giants have never ever done. They've never created a map in the base game, basically. Well, and I did paid DLC with the game in the UK, and the fact that they brought it to Scotland as well is even better. Now, they've called the map called Kinlaig, which in my book is very, very similar to Kinlaig, which is in Scotland. So I've got a funny feeling that that's maybe where it's been based on, but But I'm just going to take a little slow tour down here, some sort of castle you can look at how well detailed this little map has been. And we've never ever had anything like this in Farming Simulator. And I grant you, I've only been playing it about 18 months myself, but I can guarantee that all the maps that came with the game are nothing compared to this one. And with me being Scotland and Scottish, I want to play this map for myself anyway, so why don't we just ditch the plans that I had with my favourite modded map and we'll play this one together instead, because it's a fantastic chance and too good opportunity to pass by. I've got to do this one, surely. Me being Scottish. But I don't want to go down too far. I think there was another little town just down here, which we'll just go and quickly take a look at. Oops, so we'll look at that stream on the way back up. But we'll just go down and visit this little town just down here as well. Just don't want to go too fast in this little car. And eventually maybe we'll start owning most of these fields. What happens as well is when we come to play the game outright, there's different ways you can go down, which this wee guy, I'll show you in a wee second, is going to teach us. There's different ways that you take your game and you play it, sandbox it as you like. You go in whatever direction you want to do and you can carry on. So there's an animal version, which you own all the animals obviously, and you breed them and do what you need to do there. You can go be a lumberjack and you can cut down all the trees and sort out all the wood and things and bobs. And you can be an agricultural farmer, which is growing crops and things in different fields as well, and getting some like milk and things and breeding some animals and whatever and whatnot. But I'm going to be doing a little bit of maybe a little bit of everything incorporated in that as well, because we have got on this map a little castle that is at the moment ruins, which I'll just pull in here just now. I'll jump cut you when we get to this castle and I'll show you what I mean. Well, hello again. I've just pulled in here, just where I jumped cut to show you, because I'm just getting to grips myself on how to view the map. But you can see there from that sign that there's some sort of castle, well there's supposed to be some sort of castle up in this hill. So what I'm going to do is just drive up here, and this is what I was trying to explain a wee second ago, is eventually this is called, not productions, but it's called like a sort of building project, if you should say, if maybe I should better word for it. And what it'll end up doing is, it looks like this at the moment, which just looks like a little ruined area, doesn't it? But I'm just going to park up here just now. I'll come out my car for the moment. Doesn't look like much here at all, does it? I mean, this just looks like a little bit of wasteland with nothing here. But what I was trying to explain is, with these maps, there's different things that you can build, and you can see this little spawn area here, which means the progress. So there's going to be see at the bottom right hand corner, there's going to be 65 stages of recreating this castle, and the more and more materials that we bring and we drop off and sell, the more and more we'll see this castle progress into something spectacular, well hopefully into something spectacular. And because this is a brand new map, nobody's ever seen what this looks like, so I'm wanting to explore this together. And through our little let's play, while we're farming as well, we'll start bringing some materials up here and we'll maybe rebuild this castle together. So without further ado, I don't want to bore you with a boring journey all the way back. I'll go back to the little bit of town that I drove by a wee second ago to get up here, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll get back to our little farmhouse and we'll speak to Walter. So I'll jump up cut again just for 2 wee seconds till we get down to that town. So here we are, just coming up to the town. You can see there the right-hand corner, there's some sort of viaduct there that looks as though that's maybe where the train cuts over. But hopefully we'll explore that in a wee bit greater detail later on, hopefully, whether it's throughout this Let's Play, should I say. So this looks like another production of some sort of thing here, so some sort of broth and kin. I wonder what we have to deliver up here, but we'll explore that as well. I don't want to go into too much detail here because, like I said, it's a brand new map for everybody. Everybody's just getting to grips with it all. That looks as though that's some sort of stone somewhere. There's a quarry. Perfect. Cool. Then welcome to Cork Bridge. Please drive carefully. Let's just drive through here then. Just be careful. Let's see what this little town looks like. We're coming down here. Look at it. It definitely does look like a UK, doesn't it? Look. I'm so excited for this map. 100%. Very, very, very Scottish. Brings back memories. Sort of things that I kind of like. Don't want to go boring too much, maybe. Will we go over this little stream? I think this takes us towards Farmhouse, so we'll go over this little stream here. And we'll maybe just go right round. There's another castle up there, look, Kinlaig Castle. Well, we don't want to go up that way anyway, so what I'll just do is we'll head towards this way. Maybe that takes you to the same place, I don't know. But we'll head back towards Farmhouse just now. But you can just see how beautiful this scenery and how well Giants have made this new map. New location. I think it's going to be one of my favourites. Date. Oh, hang on, this is taking us into the middle of nowhere. Right, well, I'll see you all back at the farm then, everybody, because I'm just going to take us on a little detour here, and we're just going to end up with the video being too much of me talking rubbish and not getting any farming done. And we do need to get some farming done as well. So, while we're up here, we may as well just have a wee quick peek at this before I jump cut. I wonder what this is up here. Different. Some sort of plot. Ooh. Wonder if we've got to build this as well. I mean, looks all brand new and different. Right, well, I'm not going to get myself lost. I'll rejoin you when I'm back at the farmhouse. Oh, here we are. I've made it back in one piece without getting lost too much. But I was having a little peek. I did go down a couple of streets, I must admit, that I shouldn't really have went down, but we got here back anyway. So what we'll do is, for all my flight viewers that are currently watching my channel that have never seen this, let's go and speak to this guy that's standing at my house just now, because I'm sure you're all curious to what he is and what he's called. His name is Walter, and currently he is our grandfather. Okay? Now, what FS25 does is it's very beginner friendly and incorporated quite a few different NPC players, and it's for you to go up and talk to them and learn how to play the game, basically. So every map. So what we'll do is we'll chat to Walter and we'll see what he's got to say.
Nice to see you. Sure.
Any wisdom?
Let's see. Don't confuse your pops with a wise man. I know something, though. The sun shines after the rain. You probably heard that one more than once. What do you think it means?
Well, what do we think, folks? I think I've just clicked on the wrong thing. I wanted him to talk to me and tell me all about different people, but I think maybe because I haven't started as a guided tour, I might not be able to get that anymore. but
Not in
we'll
my
click that.
experience, kiddo. Otherwise, we'd have more rainbows. It means good weather always follows bad weather, sooner or later.
Oh,
But you're probably not surprised we're not talking just about the actual weather. Bright moments will follow dark times. Sometimes it's hard to appreciate those bright moments, but always remember, they will come, even if you don't notice them all the time.
right, well, let's see if this
A
helps.
couple of people in
There
town
we
can help
go.
you, kiddo.
This
We
is what I
have
meant.
experts on agriculture, animal husbandry, and forestry. What do you need help with?
Let's, let's just do agriculture just now, because this is what we always tend to do.
Sure, kiddo. Although your old grandpa may not be up to date with some things and how they are done today. Talk to my good old helper Ben. He will explain the basics in detail.
He's going to direct me over here. Look, while he's here just now, let's just go and talk to him. And then we'll not talk about any further after that. Let's just see whereabouts Ben is. Must be down here. He's only a couple of 100 meters away, so he shouldn't be too far away. Maybe. I've got a funny feeling he's down here. I'm just going to jump over this wall, everybody, and run through my crop. Bear with me. I mean, we shouldn't be running through. This is what we're going to harvest in a wee second or two. But maybe he's standing over here. Maybe this is his house. Because Walter and Ben are not usually too far away. Because what happens is Ben is like Walter's farmhand, really, in a way. So let me just see what he just got to say.
Look who we have here. Last time I saw you, you were playing in Cowdon. Remember me? I'm Ben. Some call me by my nickname, Helper B.
Okay.
You know, I've been helping your old grandpa for well over 3 decades now. Walter hired me as a helper some 35 years ago. I was still fresh and couldn't drive a plow straight around the corner of an odd-shaped field. He showed me everything back then. It didn't take long before your grandparents couldn't live without me. He and his wife welcomed me to the family, and I became part of the farm. Did I want to run my own farm when I was young? Yes, I did. But that never happened. Doesn't matter, though. In a way, you could say I got stuck here. But I tell you what, that's the best thing that ever happened to me. I don't have to travel the world and reinvent myself all the time. That just sounds exhausting. Exactly. I know what makes me happy, and that's this farm right here. I'm not leaving. Ever. And you know, Walter has been a great boss and mentor to me. But let's get back to the present. I'm happy that you're here and taking over the farm. Last few months have been a challenge. I tell you that. Walter is getting older. He's tired. It had deep wrinkles on his forehead before you arrived, even deeper than usual. And I'm not getting younger either. I avoid movement at all costs to protect my joints. However, since it was set in stone that you'd take over, his mood instantly turned around. Tell me, are you nervous about taking over? Don't be. You don't have to do it alone. There are people here who will help you. I remember my first day at the farm. I felt like a newborn calf, stumbling around aimlessly. But don't worry, we'll get you up to speed. This place may seem big and intimidating at first, but that's normal. Well, since your grandfather slowed down, he didn't really bother with the latest machines and did a lot of stuff, well, in an old school kind of way. That's probably why he sent you to me. I'm an avid reader of all those agricultural magazines, you know? Old, but still learning. However, if you need advice on livestock or forestry, you should talk to Katie and Noah, the local animal farmer and lumberjack. If you come to me, I can help you make sure everything grows well in the fields. As your grandpa always says, a watched crop never fails. Except if a twister hits. Happens. Whenever you need me, kid. See ya.
Well, there you go. That's the slight introduction to what kind of we do on the farm. Without further ado, I think what we'll need to do, I know I've slowed down time. Without further ado, I think we need to get our butts over to this combine harvester, get started with the crops that we've now been sort of inherited, that are already grown and are ready to harvest, which is this one here, which is barley, and I'm sure I've got another one over there. So what I'll do is I'll bring us into the map first, because what we'll need to do before we start taking the crop out the ground and getting what we need to get, there is a few bits and bobs that we need to do within the farm as well. And it's because it's precision farming, we need to purchase the soil information. Now, normally what you would do is you would go round with a little gadget and you would soil each wee bit of the field yourself. But right now we haven't got time for that because we need to get all this harvested in a certain month. So what we're going to do is we're going to, instead of visiting this one, we're going to go to the precision farming menu and we're just going to purchase it the easy kind of way of doing it, like the quick way. And what we're going to aim for is, see how it says that environmental score in the bottom bottom sort of left-hand corner? We're going to aim over all our fields to aim to get round about 100% on each of them. Now, the bit where it says 52 at the moment, that's a what do you call it? Like a I know there's a name for it. It's a average. There you go. Sorry, that's what I was trying to explain. It's an average of all the different fields that we've got to own in time put together, and we've got to build it up. So all these little green dots is what we own currently at the moment. We haven't got any soil information for that one, and I'm sure we don't have any soil. That's the farmland. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can see down at the bottom right hand corner there with proficient farming, we can see what kind of soil it is. We can see the pH is good, it needs a little bit of nitrogen, but it's barley and it's ready to harvest. So we've got to get our butts in gear, get into this combine harvester, which I'm just going to do the quick way. This is the machine here, combine harvester, that we've been given, little Macy Ferguson. And what we'll do is we'll attach to that little header. It's a nice wee small header we've got, but we'll attach to that header and we'll take this down to the field and we'll start picking up this crop and get our butts in gear as well at the same time. So what I like to do is when I end up harvesting this field, I like to stick a time lapse on so you can see what we're doing. But until then, we've got to get our butts out of this little yard and actually take the combine without crashing into my car down to the field. Now, I think we'll start with the barley one first actually, because it's closest, and then we'll go over to the other one eventually. So let's just bring our header trailer over here just now. Maybe just park it here just so we can get it on the actual harvester. Uncrop that there now. We'll bring ourselves round and we'll pick up the header and we'll start harvesting this field. Because we don't want to waste too much time. I know I've slowed down time as well. The reason I was slowing down time in the corner was to give us information of what to do. Now, I don't need all this little control group at the top right hand corner. So what I'm going to end up doing is just get rid of that wee second. So just bear with me. There we go. So that's all in the top left hand corner, all done and dusted. So we want to lower the header, we want to switch it on, and we want to unfold the harvester, and we want to start picking up this little crop as well. Now what you can do when you do it, I know some of my viewers have never seen, we don't want a helper to do this. Some of my viewers will know that you can just drive around and get it yourself, but there's a thing called steering assist, which you just seen me do there just a wee second ago, which sets up some lines for you so you can end up driving in a straight line and doing what you need to do as well to pick up this. So there we go, there's my guidance there. So all you do is you select the little route and you carry on and you pick up all this different crop. So at the moment, I've done enough talking, I've done enough explaining, I've showed you parts of the map. I think it's time to get this crop harvested. I'll do it manually myself and I'll stick you on a little time lapse at this section here. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Well, I've brought you back at this stage here because I know some of my viewers, current viewers at the moment, have never ever played this game before. And what we end up having to do is a combine harvester takes in so much crop, so much into what we call a hopper. So it can only carry so much. So eventually you've got to then empty it into a trailer, which you can see down at the bottom right hand corner that it's coming up to 97% full. So I've stuck out my pipe, and what I'll end up just doing in a wee second when it becomes full, which is round about now, is we'll just reverse it back just for a wee second. We'll switch it off just for the time being. We'll get ourselves into the tractor. I think I've got. Now I should have a trailer kicking about, and I'm sure I think I've seen the trailer down this direction. As far as I remember. We need to double check, make sure these animals have got food. Yeah, so see this little blue thing here? This is called the trailer. And this is where we can store all the kind of crop that we're getting. And then eventually on our farm we should have a silo as well. Because normal starting farms there is a silo. And that's where you can put all the crop into the silo and it will store multiple kinds of litres in there. And you want to try and either put it into productions or you want to keep it till the price is at the right time, and you want to sell it when you can get the most profitable things out of it. So at the moment I don't think barley in August is very profitable, so I'm just going to just store it just now just so we can see what we're going to end up doing with our series. But I'm just going to show you what we do next is we go over to the harvester, we empty it all into this trailer, we take umpteen loads to and from the silo, and we continue harvesting what we need to do here. Now this is mostly a free crop at the moment because we've inherited it. We've not done any work towards it, so the money and the yield that we're going to get from it are probably not the best, but it is an inherited crop right enough, so it's still something that we wouldn't have had at the start. So let's just jump ourselves back into the combine harvester, and you can just do this by jumping into machines. You don't have to go walking about. You can have nice and authentic and having to walk about and go and open doors and things, but the quick way is just to end up just jumping between all the machines. So there it goes. We'll empty this out. We'll do a few more laps of this field. We'll get the rest of it all harvested up, and we'll see you back at the end of that. Okay. Little time lapse. We have just, oops, we're just breaking this crop because we're carrying on too far. We've just run out of space in the trailer, and we've almost got the combine fully topped up. So what we do need to do now is take this trailer over to the silo and start emptying it. Now, because this is a brand new map, and because there's different bits and bobs and things that we've never seen before, there is a new style of silo on my farm as well, which I've never ever seen before. My hope is that I don't end up using the wrong method and try and get it back out. What do I mean by that? Right, let's just take it up to the silo first. So, as far as I can remember, the silo is over here. So see where that silver thing is here? We've got this kind of box here that you can tip things into, okay? So we should be able to tip it into the silo, which is here. But while that's doing that, I'm going to just jump out while that's still tipping. What you will see is the grain will go into that wee tub. It'll go into this sort of stylage, should still go into that sort of stylage container. But what it was doing is it was tipping it out here into the actual silo. And normally when you get it sitting like this in a silo, you've got to have a bucket and you've got to keep on getting the buckets and you've got to reload them back out again. Now, I don't fancy doing that day in, day out all the time. And normally what happens is we've usually got a little pipe sitting out and about that you can drive under the pipe and you can fill up your trailer from like that before as well. So I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case. Oh, hang on, look, there we go. Perfect. There's your way of getting it out. Look, my answers are solved. So all we need to do now is you just drive underneath there and you get all your information back out again. Right, we know what I'm doing. So ignore that then, everybody. Let's get ourselves back into this trailer. Let's get back down to the field, get the rest of this harvested, and then hopefully we should be able to call it a day there as well on the episode. But yeah, look, can I just take my trailer? I'm just going to test this just 2 seconds. Just want to see if I can be able to get something back out there again. I should be able to. Fingers crossed. I select my grain back out of the silo again. Now I wonder if there's a button. Normally there's a bit you can hook. There you go, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Fantastic. Forget what I was just saying there, folks, everybody. It's just a more aesthetic way of doing things. That actually looks pretty snazzy, actually. I like it. Yeah, so I found my way of getting my grain back out because I don't want to use a bucket constantly because it takes forever. And I'm not the best at using the buckets, to be particularly honest with you. Now, at the moment, that auger is stuck in the middle there. I was hoping to get to that end and turn round before I had to refill. That hasn't happened. So I'm just going to have to drive over the crop and refill my trailer from here. So bear with me a second. That's going to destroy my crop. Like what I more or less done. If I could just drive straight through the little gap, again, not waste any more, then I should be able to get this auger out on top of this trailer and we're fantastic from there on. So I'm going to continue with the rest of the harvest. I'll be back with you shortly. Right, so hello again, everybody. I thought since we had a forage wagon, I would try something a little bit different because normally what I would do when I swath of straw picking up the crops like this, to pack this up here while I'm chatting to you, normally what I would do while I was swathing the straw is go and get a baler and bale all this up and turn it into bales for all my animals and things. But I've forgotten that that little silo that we own over there is only a grain silo. There is different types. You can get a mod that will take anything. But at the moment, because we've picked up with the forage wagon this loose straw, we haven't actually got any means of storing this loose straw at the moment. So I don't want to go dipping it all back out again. So what I'm going to do is just leave this episode here just now. I'll go out and investigate and maybe get ourselves a baler. We'll come back on the next episode. We've still got the other field over there to harvest as well anyway, so I've left the harvester, combine harvester, over ready, over in that direction. There it is there, sorry. Over in that direction. I've left it over at that field. So we've got that to harvest up as well. We've got this one to bale on the next episode. So I hope I've gave you enough tour and information on this episode, this video, to those that don't know how to farm. I hope I've made it interesting enough for everybody to enjoy, and I'm hoping that eventually, when we do this little playthrough, that we actually all have fun and we have, I don't know, that let's just say we'll have fantastic joys listening to me chatting away as we do this sort of nice wee chill game of farming and farming simulator, and bring it some extra videos to my channel as well as the flight simulator as well. So I won't always be farming, but probably will now just now until we get ourselves established within this little let's play, and then every now and again we'll throw in a little flying one in between. Alright, so I shall hopefully see you all again soon, and until the next episode, it's a bye from me, and thank you Giants for making a perfect map. Cheerio everybody, I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye for now.